Hey guys, welcome to another vlog. It is early as hell in the morning on Wednesday, October 25th. It's about 6:30 a.m. The dogs and I just got back from our mindfulness walk, which was lovely. It's very windy and very overcast, so I could not see the moon or stars this morning, unfortunately. But last night I saw the moon and there was a red halo around it that was projecting onto the clouds. It was incredibly beautiful and spiritual, and I spent a long time outside meditating under the moonlight last night. And I also realized I'm not spending nearly enough time in the moonlight or the sunlight in a spiritual way. So I want to start adding in some sun and moon meditations into my daily routine, but we'll get to that another time. Right now, I need to make some coffee because I am super groggy. I took a diphenhydramine to help me sleep last night, and for some reason, it's just making me super groggy today. It usually doesn't. I think my body's just screaming out for caffeine, so let's make some coffee. Today, I'm going with my tried and true cinnamon dolce by Starbucks, my favorite coffee right now. It is possible I put way too much coffee in today, but you know what? I need a strong pot. It'll be fine. Pouring the water in. I'm just realizing how dark it is in my kitchen this morning. I've been getting up super early before the sun. Brew now! We definitely need to light a candle this morning so that I can see at my desk. So let's sit here in the darkness and have a little chat. I'm gonna consult my magical almanac today. This is the magical almanac I use. It's always linked below in the description box if you're interested. So Wednesday the 25th, the color of the day today is white, and the incense is lavender, and the moon is waxing Pisces today. Today is also St. Crispin's Day. All right, I know for sure I have lavender incense, so let me go find that. Lucky for me, it was right on top of my giant pile of incense. This is lavender incense from Gia's Traditions, my favorite incense shop on Etsy, which I will link to down and below. I get probably 90% of my incense from her shop, but sometimes there'll be scents she doesn't have, and I have a couple more shops that I order from as well, but hers is definitely my favorite. Okay, let's light this up. I just love my dark, quiet mornings. This is one of my favorite times of day, is when I just sit here and do my journaling and meditations and reflecting. It's a really peaceful time of the day for me, and just it really helps me to like set my intentions for the day. The coffee's done brewing, and today I'm going to use my lovely fall mug that I bought at TJ Maxx. It's got a mushroom, a pine cone, and some like pine branches on it. Really cute. When I go to TJ Maxx, I always check the mug section because I can find some super cute coffee mugs there for really cheap. They're usually only $3 or $4 each. Okay, let's add a little cream. Haven't had my cinnamon coffee in a while because I've been drinking the Dunkin' Turtle Love. So I'm ready to have some cinnamon this morning. Give it a little stir. So I'm about to start my journaling for the day, and I've started doing something just slightly different that I wanted to share with you. So now what I'm doing is at the beginning of my journal entry, I am writing an intention for the day. So this is kind of like a positive affirmation, whatever you want to call it. Today mine says, today will be a fulfilling day. I will complete all my planned projects and I will be happy. That's just kind of how I want to start off my days, trying to frame everything in a more positive way. One of the things that I'm working on in therapy right now is reframing my thoughts, especially during times when I feel disappointment or things that might trigger me, is to stop and reframe my thoughts into something more appropriate and positive. So I'm also trying to do that in every aspect of my life. So instead of sitting here and saying, I have too many projects, I don't know if I'm going to get them all done, I'm lonely today, I'm sad, I'm going to say, you know what, I'm going to choose to be happy today. I'm going to complete all my projects today, and it's going to be a fulfilling day for me. I'm going to get things done that are important to me, and those are the thoughts that I'm going to focus on. It's about 8:30 in the morning. I've been up since 6 a.m. and I've already done my mindfulness walk, my journaling, my meditations for the day, set some positive intentions, and now I'm about to get started on the projects I have planned for today and for the vlog. The first thing I'm going to do is go outside and harvest some wild goldenrod, and then we are going to bundle and dry it. But first I need to go to Walmart and grab some supplies. But before we go, here is outfit of the day. Color of the day today is white. I'm wearing my Murloc shirt since it has a white graphic on it, and some skinny jeans and Docs, my regular uniform. I woke up in a pretty good mood. I am very excited to go harvest these herbs. So let's get to Walmart and get our supplies so we can get back before it gets too hot. So I just got back from Walmart where I bought some jute twine and some wooden clothespins. that I need for hanging and drying the goldenrod. And also, look what else I found. Clearance plants. They had this plant for $4 because it's like it's really dry and it's got some brown tips on it. Oh my God, and I spilled dirt all over my car from this thing. But I think that I can fix this up and get this plant thriving again. So for $4, I thought, why not? It's getting dirt everywhere though. I've got to water it and maybe get it in some better soil. In the corner of my living room, I have set up a very basic altar for cleansing my working tools. Now, this is also going to become my seasonal altar, which we're going to do in a future vlog. We're going to create this in a future vlog. But right now I have a small dish of salt, a white candle, some water in my cast iron cauldron, incense, and my soapstone pentagram, which is going to hold the tool. I am going to light some sage incense since it is a very purifying incense. You can also burn like myrrh or any other purifying incense. I'm doing a stick incense, but ideally I would burn like myrrh or something on charcoal. And then I'm going to light my candle. I like these little chime candles for things like this. And then I'm going to grab my herb knife. This is the knife that I use to harvest wild plants and herbs, and that is the only thing I use it for. It does have sort of a curved blade. It has a white handle, as is traditional. And the reason why I'm cleansing this tool today is because I have not used it in quite a while, and who knows what kind of energy it has all over it after everything I've been through. So we're just going to cleanse it of all negative energies so that it's ready to go and harvest some more herbs. I'm going to place it here on the pentacle with the blade open. Then I'm going to kneel in front of my altar. I am going to touch my tool and I'm going to visualize a white purifying light coming from my heart all the way down my arm into the tool to purify it and cleanse it of any negative energy. And I'm going to visualize any negative energy that may be associated with this tool being sort of blasted away by the purifying energy. I may also say some words aloud or in my mind. I may say a little prayer. It's all about getting the job done, whatever I feel I need to do at the time. So then after I'm done with my visualizations, then I'm going to purify the tool by all 4 elements. So the dish of salt represents earth, the candle is fire, I have water in my cauldron, and the incense is air. So what I'll do is first sprinkle it with a little salt to purify by earth. And while I'm doing this, I will also use visualization to visualize the elements also purifying the tool. Then I will take it and I will pass it through the flame of the candle to purify by fire. Then I will sprinkle with water to purify by water. And then I will pass through the incense smoke to purify by air. So now the knife is cleansed and ready to be used. I'm going to wipe it off because I don't want it to rust from the water. And we're going to go use it to harvest some goldenrod. So I also kind of felt that I wasn't really able to give that my all while I was also trying to film and explain it. So I kind of went back and did it again on my own so I could really put my energy into it and focus on it. That's why I don't like to film my rituals and stuff, because it's really hard to concentrate while you're trying to focus on filming and that kind of thing. So when I do film things like this, it's just for demonstration purposes, and I will usually go back and do it right, so to speak. So now my knife is cleansed and ready to go. I'm going to gather up my supplies and we're going to go find the goldenrod. Okay, I've got my basket here ready to go. I'm bringing my gimbal so I can set up my phone to record while I'm out there, and my phone. And then I've got my knife in my pocket, and I guess that's all I really need. So here is the patch of goldenrod that I found I'm going to harvest from. It's looking a little worn down, and I think I should have gotten here a little bit earlier. These look pretty nice right here. I'm worried it might be a little late in the season to harvest, but I'm still going to try. So the first thing I do is I try to connect with the energy of the plant before I harvest it. And I will sort of like ask the plant's permission if it's okay to harvest, kind of visualize some of the things I'm going to do with the plant. And then I will never harvest all of the plant. I will only harvest some of it. And since there's so much goldenrod everywhere, I don't feel too worried about it. Here's what I have in my basket so far. I'm not finding a ton of younger ones. I definitely waited too long to come out here and harvest, but I'm gonna get what I can. These here are a little small. Oh my God, I've got mosquitoes all around me. Ooh, ooh, ooh. These are a little bit smaller, but they look pretty nice. So I don't mind getting some of the smaller ones if they look nice and bright and fresh. Walk around the perimeter of the field I'm in and find some more that were really nice for harvesting, and so this is what I gathered. It's not a ton, but there just wasn't a lot back here, as much as there used to be. I should have come earlier, but I'm going to take this back and dry it and use it, and at least we got something. Well, I finished with my members live stream about an hour and a half ago, in which we carved this beautiful pumpkin. His name is Scary Terry. And I'm going to be leaving him here on the table as a centerpiece, but I've got to clean all this stuff up. Today has been a super busy day. After I did the members live stream, I had to finish editing the vlog to be published today, and I had therapy this morning, so just a lot going on. And I'm finally getting back around to my goldenrod, and I want to hang it and dry it, so let's do it. First of all, we're gonna make a hanger to hang the bundles from. So I found these 3 sticks outside, and I think this is the best one right here. It's nice and long and strong, just how I like my sticks. Okay, the first thing I'm gonna do is take some of the twine, the jute twine that I bought at Walmart today, and I'm gonna cut off a piece. Let me see. Long enough that I can tie it to each side. So I don't know how long that is, maybe 1.5 feet, 2 feet. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tie this. Well, actually, I'm gonna cut off 2 pieces that are the same length. So let me measure this out, put the ends together. And we're gonna measure out another piece that's exactly the same length, or close enough to exactly the same length as this one. Okay. And I'm gonna tie one of these to each side of the stick. And this is gonna form, and then I'm gonna tie them together at the top to form like a triangle. And that's gonna make a little hanger for us to hang the bundles from. And I'm gonna hang the hanger on the wall, if that makes sense. It will make sense in time. You will see. You will see what I'm doing here. Okay, so there's one end tied. Now I'm gonna go to the other end of the stick, take the other piece of string and tie it around. Okay, hopefully that will hold. Then I'm gonna take both pieces of string, so I have my stick here, take both pieces of string, and I'm gonna tie them together at the top and try to make it kind of straight and even. It doesn't have to be perfect because the stick is not, you know, completely straight, so it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna make a knot here on the top. Perfect. So here we have our hanger, and this is what I'm gonna hang my herb bundles from to dry. So here's our goldenrod that we picked earlier today, and I am just going to put this in bundles, and I'm going to use little pieces of twine to tie up the bundles. So I don't want to pack too much into a bundle because I want them to be able to dry pretty quickly. So I'll probably put about 3 little stalks, I guess you could call it, together. And then I'm going to tie those together here. I'm just going to take a piece of twine and just tie them at the very end. Oh my gosh, come on. And it doesn't have to be too tight or perfect or anything, just as long as it keeps the little bundles together. I'm gonna set these aside and I'm gonna bundle them all up, and then we're gonna attach them to the hanger. So I have been researching goldenrod because it grows so abundantly in my area to try to find out what uses it may have, both medicinally and for cosmetic purposes. And I found out some very interesting things. First of all, it can be used as a hair rinse to prevent hair loss, which is something that I'm very interested in. I'm personally invested in. So I would like to use some of this dried goldenrod in my hair rinses and see if it helps. It can also be used for bladder stones and urinary tract issues. So I ended up with 5 little bundles of goldenrod here that we're gonna attach to our hanger to dry. I was gonna do this using clothespins, but now I'm not so sure how well that's gonna work with the stick. I think what I'm gonna do is just use the excess jute and just like tie it on. Okay, so let's see how that works. I'm gonna try to tie this little bundle onto the stick. I think that works pretty well. I am worried it might fall off, but I'll keep an eye on it. Okay, so now I'm gonna do the others, just tying them on. So goldenrod was actually an official herb in the United States pharmacopoeia from 1820 until 1882. And it has had a lot of historical uses. Some of the more common ones are to treat sore throat. It can be made into a mouthwash or like a gargle to treat sore throat or even toothaches. It's been used to treat urinary problems. It's been used you can make it into a poultice or a liniment to treat insect bites, burns, swelling, and things like that. And it's been used to treat all kinds of other ailments. I will probably most likely use it in a hair rinse, and then I don't know, maybe I'll try it out for sore throat. If that ever comes up for me, we'll see. And of course, because I have had some urinary tract infections, I may make it into a tincture and try taking that as well. I think what I'm gonna do after I dry this is I'm gonna tincture some of it, and the rest I'm just gonna store to use dry for my hair rinses. Okay, so there's all 5 of them hanging on our hanger, but I want to move this one. I want to kind of like space them out a little bit more so they get a little bit more airflow in between them. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. And another thing goldenrod is used for is it can be hung in your home as a natural air freshener. So hey, it can freshen the air while it dries and also provide us with a little decoration as well. So let's go hang it on the wall and see how this works out. Also, I think I made this stick a little bit too long, so I am gonna move this down and then I'm gonna break this part of the stick off. And I lost a bundle when I did that, so let me fix that. Perfect, now I'm gonna hang this. I hope I didn't make my little hanger too long. I'm gonna hang this on the wall next to my door. Let's try to make it reasonably straight. I've got a nail here. Okay, that looks good, but I think I want to shorten the strings and like bring that up a little bit higher on the wall. So I'm going to take it down and I'm just going to pretty much cut these off at about the same place. And then retie it. And tell me if you play The Sims 2, tell me if this reminds you of anything, because that's where I got the idea from. Okay, and then I'm gonna tie this back and we're gonna rehang it on the wall again. There we go. Oh, no. Damn it. So close. You know, maybe I should have hung this up before I put the bundles on. Okay, it took a little finagling, but I finally got it how I like it. So there it is hanging by my door. The goldenrod here is going to dry in these little bundles, and then once it dries we will put it in mason jars, and some of it we will tincture and some of it we will use in various herbal preparations. Well y'all, it's about 5:15 and I am going to wrap the vlog up here. Today has been a super long day for me. I am glad that I got my project completed to harvest and dry the goldenrod. That's awesome. Also got my pumpkin carved on the live stream. And now I'm going to spend the rest of my night probably listening to true crime podcasts and cleaning up the mess back there that I made. I feel like this is going to be a shorter vlog than normal, but sometimes that happens when you're vlogging daily because life just gets in the way, you know? But thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate each and every one of you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!